These are common mistakes that men makes in the early talking stage of a relationship. Number one is talking bad about your ex. If you meet a girl in the early talking stage, don't start castigating your ex. Don't start making your ex look bad in her eyes. Don't paint your ex black in the early talking stage of a new relationship that you want to enter or you have entered. All right? Don't paint your ex black to her. Because if you can openly talk bad about this your ex, what makes her feel like you are not going to talk bad about her if the relationship happens not to work out? So these are the mistakes you have to avoid. Talking bad about your ex is very bad. Sometimes that the relationship did not work didn't mean that the person was bad. That the relationship did not work didn't mean that there is no lesson that you learned from that relationship. So take the lesson. You can tell her about the lessons that you learned. You can tell her about the lesson that you learned in the relationship, about how, it made you a better person, so that she will know that you learned something out of that relationship. It's better you say the positive part so that she will know that there is a lesson that you learned from that relationship other than the negativity. She'll just see that you are carrying another baggage into the new one. The bad experiences that you experienced from this one, you would want to judge her with that and not looking at yourself and not making improvements in your own self. Number two is when you meet her, now you are so much in a hurry. Maybe you are just meeting her for the first few days. Some men self, they will just meet a girl that day, and they're already saying, calling her my wife. They're already calling her my wife. Ah, my wife, my girlfriend, I go marry you. All those kind of things. It can chase a woman away. These things can chase a woman away. Always being in a hurry to put her in a relationship with you. Always being in a hurry to put her in a relationship with you. It's one of the mistakes men make. Calling girls they see, my wife, my girlfriend, I go wife you, I go marry you. Not allowing her to acclimatize with you, not allowing her to get used to you, not allowing her to be free with you. By the time you start saying these things in the early stage, she will just not feel free with you. Even if she wants to marry also, she will just have that notion of marriage in her head also. Not allowing that space of friendship, not allowing that space of knowing yourselves as a couple. You get, or as human beings, knowing yourself, understanding yourself, knowing your do's and don'ts, your likes and dislikes, your hobbies and all of that. Once you just meet a girl, bam, to telling her that I want to marry you, it's a very, very bad mistake for you to do as a man. Slow things down. Slow things down, at least at the initial stage. You can say all these things later, but not at the initial stage of introduction, of knowing yourself, of getting to know yourself, your likes, dislikes, and all of that. Number three is not spending on her. Love is giving. In that early talking stage, some guys will be like, babe, have you eaten? And try and eat, oh. Please be okay for me. But at the end of the day, they don't spend 1 naira. Even in that food, they can't even send the common normal 2k that girls normally ask. They can't even give the normal 2k that girls normally ask for. Give me urgent 2k. Even if it's 2k, you cannot give. But you'll be asking, baby, have you eaten? Please try and eat, oh. Don't fall sick, oh. Love is giving. All right? Love is giving. So you have to know these things, that if you want to get the relationship to be smooth, even at the early talking stage, one way or the other, give. All right? One way or the other, just give. It's very, very important as a man. Number four is not spending on her because you know that she's working. You are not spending on her. And you say, you be big madam now. And you na boss now. You na boss. You can take care of yourself. I like a woman that is independent. I like a woman that can take care of herself. I like a woman that is independent. So, because you know she's working, you don't spend on her. It's a very, very big mistake for you as a man to do. You get, it's a mistake for you to do in the early talking stage, whether you know she's working or not. Spend on her. Don't look at her money. Don't say that she can take care of herself. Therefore, you that is coming to be a man in her life, you don't want to spend on her. All right? So it's one of the mistakes also. Number five is don't be over possessive. For a girl you are just getting to know, don't be over possessive. There are some guys that can be over possessive. Even in the early talking stage, they are over possessive. They are even claiming to be the husband. They are acting like the husband now. Where are you? Why didn't you pick my call? Where did you go? Who was that? You know, don't be, it can chase her away. In fact, this number 5 can chase her away, because you'll be scared that what if you now get married to her, and that's your obsession or over possessiveness will now land. Maybe you can just get angry. Maybe you can just get angry and hit her. So this one is a no-no. This one is a no-no. Don't be over possessive when you are in the talking stage. Be calm, be caring. Even if it's not in the talking stage, don't just be over possessive, because you will not say, let me just pretend I'm an over possessive person, but let me pretend now that it's just early talking stage. When I marry her, she go hear am. No. For a woman, don't be over possessive, whether it's a first talking stage or you have married her. All right, it can scare a woman. So in this one, we are talking about in the early talking stage. All right, don't be over possessive. Where are you? I saw someone like you yesterday. Where did you go? Who was that you were with? I don't think that is your brother. Was he your brother? You know, don't do that. It's a very, very big mistake that can chase a girl away. Number 6, don't bring up your ex at every given conversation that you're having with her in that first talking stage. Don't bring up your ex. That is, my ex can cook. If it's my ex now, her food can be sweet. I just like her for her food. Maybe you want to talk down on her food. Instead of you going straight to say there is no salt in it, you are not comparing her, bringing your ex to it. Don't do it. It can chase her away. It can make her feel like you are not over your ex. Talking about your ex at every given time can make her feel like you are not over your ex. Number 7, and the last on my list, is don't bring up knacking in the early talking stage. That is very, very important. Guys, I know say on our waist they on heat all the time. You are always on your heat period. You want knack. They say men brain na for down a day. But don't bring up knacking in the early talking stage. It's not when you carry her and go to a fast food, and after spending on her, you think that she have to pay with her body. Don't do it. Men, you guys are fond of this one. Don't talk about knacking in the early talking stage. If you like, spend 1 billion on her. Now you want to spend them. It's better you cut your coat according to your size. In the early talking stage, go to your size that you can afford comfortably. You can feed her. Go carry her on a date comfortably without expecting anything, than spending all your money and thinking that she's going to pay by going home with you. No. When you take her out, let her enjoy herself. You are on the talking stage. All right? You know, don't expect anything. Don't expect anything. If not, she'll just see herself like a runs girl. If you want something serious with her, don't expect her to go home with you, or don't expect to knock her at that early talking stage. Men, please take note of this one, because some of you men are fond of this one. You are fond of this, always thinking that a woman will pay for all the money you've spent on her in kind. Be a gentleman. That is the last on my list. Thank you so much for watching. I remember my humble self, Chika. Please stay tuned to my channel as I bring you tips for a healthy lifestyle. See you in my next one. Bye.